This is an Eyewitness News special report. Radio is red hot and right now. Here is Dave Stanley.
And in just a few moments from now, I'm going to take you inside a Philadelphia radio station, and you will see that station change its programming live right here. And then a little bit later on, we'll go live to still another radio station where another major announcement is expected to be made. There's a lot happening in Philadelphia radio. It is red hot, and it is right now.
You're not in the talk business or the news business or the music business. You're in the audience gathering business.
It's such a, well, here I go knocking my business. It's such a competitive, prostituted business. It really is.
We're KISS 100, the new FM station. And every day people send us letters telling us how much they love us.
Our research shows that when people go to FM, they don't come back to AM.
So what we're going to do is change our call letters to WIP FM.
Power 99 FM.
If it's not a hit song, we don't play it. And if it is a hit, we play the hell out of it.
It's more mechanical. It's not as loose. It's not as free as it was in the past.
It affords so much less margin for being a performer and entertainer. And it makes it very difficult for those of us that come from the old fly-by-the-seat-of-the-pants school.
I hate to say it, but I don't think radio is very entertaining anymore.
People are squabbling over tenths of points in the ratings books. It's radio for blood.
Actually, it's radio for bucks. All of them vying for share of your ear. The bigger the share, the bigger the bucks. So if it's not working, you change it in a hurry. Well, you're about to see that happen live right now. A year ago, Wish Radio programmed beautiful music. As of this very moment, it is programming soft hits adult contemporary. But that, too, is about to change, and you are going to see it. To make that change, WWSH brought in a guy by the name of Bobby Rich from Los Angeles. Bobby, the question is, why are you still making another programming change, and what can we expect to hear next?
Why are we making still another programming change? Well, okay, first of all, Dave, we made the last change about a year ago. And at that time, we had been playing what we call beautiful music or background music or elevator music or doctor's office music. And there was another good station in town who was playing that same kind of music, so we decided to try an adult contemporary approach. Well, there also happened to be 5 other stations in town doing an adult contemporary approach, and they were all doing a good job, too. So we decided to try something else, and we did some research. We asked people what kind of radio they wanted and what was missing in the Philadelphia market. And everybody said something in between the softer adult contemporary stations and the harder rock stations and the urban contemporary stations. And that's what we're about to try. That's what, I don't know what you want to call the format. Some people want to call it Top 40, which is basically the most popular songs that are out today, mixed with future hits and past hits. And that's it. And we're ready to do it. Are you ready for us?
I sure am. So I understand now you're going to change for us live on the air, Bobby.
Well, we're just about to do it right this very second. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go on the air live right now. Hold on, we're going on the air live right now, you guys, because we're already on TV. And now we're going to go on the radio. Can you give me air? Give me air. Turn me on the radio. We're going to be on the radio and on television at the same time. People are listening at home on their radios, watching us on television, and we are just about to drop a bomb on Philadelphia. Dave, you got to understand, all you people listening at home, we've been having a little party the last couple hours, kind of gearing up for this. We got David Langford, our morning man, just came over from Magic Radio. We're really glad to have him. He's standing right back there. He is now, David. You want to say Wish for the last time? Wish? The Wish is dead. The Wish is dead. We're going to sing that in a minute. Ding dong, the wicked Wish is dead. And as of tonight, we are the Top FM. That's the new name of this radio station, the Top FM. 106. And it is at 106 on the dial. And as of right now, Melissa's going to push this button.
I'm so
And here it goes.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
We're dropping the bomb on you. This is the Gap Band, and this is the new Top FM 106.
You got it. Can I have some of that champagne, please?
Bobby, are you able to hear me right now? Bobby, can you still hear me?
Just barely.
All right, I see where you have David Langford there. He just left MGK, Magic. And so can I assume that he's going to be one of your new personalities?
David Langford is definitely one of our personalities, and we're real glad to have him. You know, he was over at Magic Radio for about 3.5 years and is one of the most recognizable and known personalities in the market. So we're thrilled to have him. We also have Harriet Coffey, Melissa, who you just met, and, well, they're all over the place here, Dave. It's kind of hard. All pandemonium is breaking loose down here at 106.
Bobby, thank you very much, and the best of luck to you and the rest of the staff.
We're going to be partying down here for a while.
Okay,
Thanks, Dave.
You know, the fact is there's been a lot of changes in Philadelphia radio recently, so many as a matter of fact, it's hard to keep up with them all. One major change happened this morning, and you're going to see the result in just a couple of minutes from now. Another change recently took place at WIFI. The station was taken over by Beasley Broadcasting just 1 week ago. And since this next piece was put together, it also lost its program director as well.
I-92, Philadelphia's rock of the 80s, WIFI.
As first reported on Eyewitness News in July, Wi-Fi is undergoing a major overhaul of its music. On February 25th, the station premiered the Rock of the 80s sound in Philadelphia, featuring all new music. It was hoping for big things, but if anything, the ratings got even worse. Art Camiola admits it was a mistake.
Philadelphia doesn't appear to be into new music the way that the West Coast is. We were pure, we were very hard into the new music, and I don't think our audience was prepared to deal with it on that severe a level.
Roy Lawrence, Wi-Fi's program director, explains how they're trying to bring the station out of the ratings basement. It is ranked number 22.
That we have to address ourselves to urban music, to hit music, to known, successful songs and artists, while at the same time being the new music station, the station in Philadelphia that's made a commitment to exposing new music, or modern rock, or rock of the 80s.
Teenagers used to flock to Wi-Fi when it was programming Top 40, but it had the rug pulled out from under it in September of '81. That's when another radio station hit the air with this.
Morning sunshine today, hot, hot. Ooh, just like the radio station. High about 90, fair tonight, low about 70, humidity 64%. Temperature is 78. Hot hits, WCAU-FM. Wersky, good morning. Kicking off a free ride, 30 minutes of non-stop music with Flashdance, which is probably what you'll be able to see down at Locust Street about 2 in the morning on a Friday night. A lot of trench coats, a lot of strange-looking perverted men. We play the hits. We play the music that people want to hear, and we also give them a little personality, too. We give them the contests. We give them everything, and we cut through a lot of the baloney. We get to good music, and the disc jockeys are doing the best job they can possibly do, and I think we're pretty entertaining, and the contests are the best in town. We sound good. We're definitely what people want to hear in this town, and the ratings have shown it.
We're at number 6 right now, 12 plus, and we feel good about it. In the future, we can't control what the competition does. All we can control is what KYW-FM does, and we're not going to change anything. We're going to continue basically to play the hits like we've always done, and hopefully be successful.
Between 5 and 9, you're at worker school. It's the Varsity Show right here, Donnie. He took an IQ test, misspelled IQ. Here's Frida. I know there's something going on.
KYW-FM is very successful, but nowhere is the race for ratings more intense than in the rivalries going on among Philadelphia's rock and rollers.
Steve Ski and the Thomas Dolby Band, WMMR.
We're in the middle of 10 in a row. This is WISP Philadelphia, all rock and roll.
Among the city's rockers, the ratings seem to change as quickly as the records. But one station has emerged a clear winner.
You got a 30-minute commercial-free superset to set up. One of which, of course, you get every music hour, every single day. So why don't you let me know what your favorite song is? Get on the power line right now, because you got the power to hear what you want to hear, when you want to hear it, at Power 99 FM.
Less than a year ago, if you turned your FM dial to 99, you would hear country music. Today, it is Philadelphia's #1 rock station, and it was a slick piece of programming that did the trick. It went right after another station's audience.
You're on the one, DAS-FM, and we've got the juice. This is Angela Bofield.
It was just 1 year ago, last summer, DAS-FM was king of the Rock Mountain. Today, it is involved in a bitter struggle to regain its lost audience. The stakes are high, and this fight is for real.
On DAS-FM, those guys talk over half the record,
And that's what the people turned the radio on, was to hear the music. So why are they talking over it? Sometimes they have to think of things to say, so they push the music up for a while, pull it back down, talk some more. Boring.
DAS counters by charging USL with trying to buy an audience with contests and giveaways.
Well, I never liked contests. I never liked money giveaways and things of that nature. I just think it's a false leader for listeners, and I think the listener that you obtain by running contests or giving away money is a listener that is very fickle and will disappear the minute you stop giving away money.
That was taped in May. Today, both stations are giving away cars. DAS is giving away a new Corvette. Butterball says he was forced into a situation.
As I said, I don't believe in it. I know that it doesn't get you listeners, but it's a situation where if someone is doing something and you're not doing something, and that certain percentage of listeners is going to tune in for that, you may as well do something too.
Rock stations traditionally do better in the summer when the kids are home from school. And there's a lot of excitement going on because they're being rated right now. And in the past 10 years, the FM band has turned into gold, but not all of the success stories are on FM. When we come back in just a moment, we'll switch over to the AM dial and go inside a station that has surprised more than just a few of us. Radio. Red hot and right now. He has evolved into narrowcasting. Well, one radio station picked up on something that surprised, even shocked a lot of radio insiders, including Philip.
But it's much more demanding. And it's probably arrogant of us to think that we could do it, but there's your ego, which gets somewhat deflated by pushing a lot of buttons and playing a lot of music with a minimum of talk, which is what the format requires today. Your ego rises to the idea of a challenge like that. God, just let me talk. I'll talk about anything. I know everything about everything. Ask me, you know. We're kind of floating something out at night now, our first talk show, regularly scheduled talk show, to see how that goes.
Time for WI People Talk with Michelle Yaya.
For WIP, a major change in format. The station is testing talk's temperature in Philadelphia. But if there is a change coming for 610 radio, a lot could be hinging on this next station.
365-4100, we're going to talk about pediatrics on WWDB.
WWDB. It's up for sale. Should it ever be sold, the new owners could opt to drop talk. Should that happen, WIP, it has the personnel, could switch from music to Ma Bell.
There are lines available right now to talk with Mary Mason.
WHAT is also in the process of changing hands. Mary Mason wanted it, came very close to getting it, but appears to have lost it to an out-of-towner.
Clouds mostly around the Delaware Valley area. Looks like it's going to be cloudy with some variable sunshine later on today. Thanks, Steve. WCAU time, 8:22.
However, the change to news of the morning appears to have been the right move for WCAU AM. The climb is steep and slow, but the direction is definitely upward.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bill Bransom. This is Reporters Roundup for a rainy Friday, April 8th.
KYW, though, is still the station to beat. And even though it slipped a little bit in the last rating book, its numbers would still make any other station in town #1. Nevertheless, Philadelphia's most listened to radio station, but 10 years ago, has fallen on some very hard times. And we're expecting a major announcement from that station in just a moment, and we'll take you there live next on radio. It's red hot and right now. Narrowcasting, specializing, is still pretty much of a gamble. Years ago, WEEZ in Chester gambled on country music. Today, Wheeze is a Roy Rogers. Then WRCP, now WSNI, took a shot at country. It too lost. Most recently, the #1 station in Philadelphia 10 years ago, WFIL, is programming country. The question is, will it stay country? Well, up until this morning, the station was all set to come on the air live to make a very important announcement. It's still coming on the air, but we're not quite sure an announcement will be made. If not, we'll tell you what we know. And joining us now is Jerry Del Cagliano, publisher of Inside Radio, a national trade publication. Welcome, Jerry.
Nice to be here, Dave.
We're going to be taking advantage of your expertise in just a moment here. Right now, though, let's go live to WFIL Radio and talk to Bruce Holberg, who's the general manager there. And, Bruce, what exactly is happening at WFIL?
Well, we had a major change today, at least something that we would regard as major. We changed program directors at WFIL. Bill Neal, who is a veteran air personality in the market, who has been our program director since last winter, now will go on the air again at WFIL, and he'll be replaced by Jay Myers, who comes to us from out of town. I think it's going to be good for Bill, who during your series last time around indicated that he really missed air work, and I know it's going to prove to be good for us at WFIL.
Okay, Bruce, when Bill does go on the air, what will he be playing?
We are looking into a lot of alternatives right now. You know, there's been a good deal of speculation about the future of WFIL, as you would expect there to be at a station that's been just about static over the past year and a half or so.
Bruce, how about bringing back the past, the glory days of FIL?
Well, as you mentioned, it was the #1 station in the market for a while. It was nationally known. It was on the lips of all Philadelphians, and through our research, we know that a lot of those Philadelphia residents are right here in the area.
Okay, Bruce, now let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. Are indeed you going oldies?
Well, certainly it's something that we're looking at. It's an alternative that we'd be foolish to overlook because of the fact that the station was so well known for a period of time from, say, the mid-60s into the mid-70s.
Bruce, there's a station out in Los Angeles that went oldies, kind of had the same heritage that FIL had. What would you do different if you do oldies as a format?
Well, I haven't heard the station live. I've certainly heard it on tape. And one of the big mistakes that they've made is they've ignored the fact that radio is a strong personality medium.
Okay, Bruce, we're going to go on the air right now and say that WFIL in the very near future is going oldies. Would you hate us for that? Bruce, okay. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you.
Sincerely for being with us. Jerry Dalcaliano, a lot of changes in Philadelphia. I guess that's a safe assumption that FIL is going to go oldies.
Absolutely, and they'll probably do it with personality. They'll go back and try to get some of the personalities from the glory years of the radio station. Make a lot of sense.
What do you think about some of these changes going on? Let me run a couple of stations by you, okay? Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi has a signal problem. They really can't do too much. They're embracing a format that's kind of an ethnic black format, but their signal doesn't penetrate the city. So they're going to have to find a lot of appeal elsewhere.
WIP.
WIP will have to do something else. Its day is over as a middle-of-the-road station. It'll have to do talk.
Okay, one more station. Wish. How do you think they'll do?
They got a lot of competition. If they do it better and they hang in long enough, they could find their niche.
Jerry, thanks for joining us. And in just a moment, we'll see where your station ranks in the ratings. But first, for those of you who grew up in this area, here's a couple of moments with an old friend of yours.
All my beats, beards, Buddhists, cats, big-time spenders, moneylenders, teetotalers, elbow benders, high callers, home run hitters, finger-popping daddies, and cool babysitters, high ski going uptown, downtown, crosstown, here, there, everywhere for my hubcap stealers, my midnight auto wheelers. It's Mama's Honeydew. My good friends call me Ticka Ticka Tambo, No Sarambo, Atabata Bishki, Ipro Pambo, National Pom Pom. If you positively think your hearts can take it, let it roll like a big train coming down the hill. Some songs make you laugh and some make you cry, and some bring back the greatest memories of all times. If you're ready, we're going uptown, downtown, crosstown.
I'm going out of west where I belong.
Hi, Professor Arnold.
Hi. That's my body over there.
Where your station ranks in the audience popularity poll. This is from the spring Arbitron rating period. WSNI, it's running a tie. It's in the 14th slot, but you can't say it's red hot. KISS 100 is squeezing out its share, and for a new station, that's pretty fair. WIP has to be crushed. From the top 10, it's just been brushed. Just upstairs, it's not very far, that's where you'll find WMMR. Though it's bound to balk, 11's the talk of WWDB. It finds itself right behind WISP. Ask Anita and she'll give you the line. Just dial up number 9. It's less than a few, but 9's also the number for WIOQ. There's news in the morning, and then they'll talk to you. Give him an 8 at WCAU. Compared to last summer, it's a little bit less. It's a tie for 6th at WDAS. Turn on the motor and pick the hits because the other CAU is also tied for 6th. Soft hits is what it plays, so give him a 5 at WMGK. It still can't believe, considering where it's been, but right down a 4 for WPEN. In the ratings war, USL has left some sore, but it's high in this tree at number 3. Easy Radio, what a coup. It's resting comfortably at number 2. And here's no surprise, it's been here before. KYW must have locked the door. Number 1 in Philadelphia. And that's radio. It's red hot and right now. I'm Dave Stanley. I thank you for joining me. Have a good night.